Good morning, Uganda. Wherever that you are catching us from, we are deliberate about our commitment to serving you every single day of the week, Monday to Friday. Today is 30th of April. Tomorrow we are starting the month of May. We're done with the first quarter of the year, and tomorrow we're getting into the second quarter of the year. Hope you're having a good time, and we're looking forward to serving you more. Today is Wednesday. We talk about relationships and things to do with love. And in the studios I have, of course, the usual suspects. Myself, Masanyu the Jew, and of course we have Nema the Nayana and King the King.
Nema Diana.
Nema the Diana. And of course we have King of Radio. We are here. We are smart though. You gotta see this where
Uncle.
Good morning, Diana.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm alright.
What color is that? King, what color is this? This is orange. Light orange, dark orange. Orange does not have light and dark.
It has burnt orange.
Burnt?
Yes.
So this is burnt orange.
No, it's not burnt orange. That's orange.
This is non-burnt orange.
That's orange.
Masanyu.
Diana, what color is this?
There are multiple colors.
No, which color is this? This one, my pant. What color is my pant?
Checked.
Yeah?
But it's checked. It has different colors.
Checked has different colors.
Mix and match.
Masanyu, what's the color of your trouser?
Checked.
What's the color of your tie?
The color of my tie. Black.
Jesus Christ.
Black
Please.
and not black. A blue black.
Let's not do this because soon
Blue,
you'll have children that will look back to this link today and find Uncle Masanyu, Daddy Masanyu.
Honestly, then what's the color of this? What's the color of this tie?
It's also checked. It has different colors.
The color of my pant is checked. The color of my tie is checked.
It has navy blue and also has, this is
Brown.
brown, yeah.
Yeah. My tie has navy blue and brown.
I'm very good with colors. Very
Sure.
good.
What's the Yigirao?
Very good. I'm not a usual man. Most men have issues with colors, but
Yeah.
I am very good with color.
I like your sneaker.
Very particular.
I,
Thank you.
I like your sneaker. It looks
Kanakapia.
dope.
Thank you very much. Ashikapia.
Kali soba yakuyigiriza okwambala bintu birungi ebyo.
Naye nali nyambala kubadde.
Yesterday I attended something very interesting that probably we'll be talking about in the subsequent segment, perhaps. Very interesting. It's called Abigail. Apostle Sarah Bunjo, together with Abigail Ministries. They're planning something very incredible, empowering women. It's going to be a prayer breakfast on the 1st of May 2025, happening at Fairway Hotel. We had an interesting
Fairway.
time. Yeah, Fairway. What did I say?
Farewell.
Ngambe Fairway. You know, forgive my accent.
Yes, yes.
Very interesting. We had Canon Edith Nakalema. She's a very
So are you listing
nice
for
lady.
us the people that are going to come,
She-
or you're listing
No,
for us the people that you met yesterday?
Yeah, she's a key speaker. I was just giving you some praise report about my yesterday. It was quite interesting. But we're going to discuss about that probably. But
Discuss what?
I had a really good time.
About what?
It's a prayer breakfast.
How about Abigail?
Abigail is a ministry led by
No, what are we going to discuss? We're going to discuss it a little bit later.
Apostle Sarah Bunjo. Yeah, we share details. Probably the producer has some footage to show probably on the screen. Yeah, as probably we peruse through that. Yes.
Hey, Auntie Masanyu, you can start a conversation and leave it on the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Kanyama,
what's Abigail all about?
Abigail is a ministry
Like,
that
give
empowers women, led by Apostle Dr. Sarah Bunjo. It's a ministry that empowers women.
What do you know
that
about
speaks
Abigail
life.
in the Bible? What do you know about Abigail in the Bible?
Abigail. Abigail is a woman that got married to a foolish man.
We actually have the footage on the screen.
Abigail is a woman that got married to a foolish man in the Bible, and how the Lord used her in her.
The foolish man was?
No.
Huh?
No.
Nedda Sebo, Tato Chishkola. How do you pronounce it, King? Nabal, what? Nabal.
Naba.
Pronounce the word because
Pronounce
what
the
one
word.
and English.
Pronounce the word.
Anyways, so I want to ask you guys,
yes.
as you know, we continue with the whole Abigail thing.
Yes.
It's funny when you talk about a foolish man.
Yes.
Man, foolish man. Like
Is there a foolish man called Laban?
Ate kati kenga to byononye bononye. Ate kati Laban.
Laban ebigenge mpuliramu ebigenge awo.
Ate kati Laban agira wa mu bigenge. Bane tebubanga nze kasoma Bible wano. Naba kati ate kati gono muyise Labani. Ate kati
nze muyise Nabo. So there are people that call him Nabo.
Guys, this is a Christian media house. We should be knowing these things. This is our area of expertise.
Yes, who says
this
what?
Is our calling.
Masanyu,
how do you connect ebigenge to Laban? Ogambye ebigenge. How do you connect it?
Chivuddewa. I told you that Abigail had a husband called Nabal.
Yes.
You can pronounce him however way, depending on where you went to school.
Whichever way, yes.
Yes. So that was it. And then he said, the husband was Labani. Okay, katika tugende nachi. Tugende necho. Ani? Label. Right?
Yes.
I want to ask you.
Yes.
You have a sister, you have a brother. You can also get to join in on this conversation.
On which conversation?
Okay, where I come from, very serious. My audience, very serious people, corporate people. People they are in offices watching us.
We are not serious on this show.
Please bring it on.
So, I was asking you, what would, because you're men. And you know who a wise man would be or a noble man would be.
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Unless you're not.
What?
But
I am.
I want to ask you.
Yes.
How does a foolish man look like? Who is a foolish man in regards to someone having them as a husband? Let's start from there, because how do we start defining that this man is foolish? By the time the Bible calls you foolish, indeed.
No, what does the Bible describe that man to be? Because again, Bible gave examples, exactly the exact examples of who he was. You understand that? Yeah, it gave the details of who he was exactly.
Well, no, in man's understanding, in today's world, who would you describe as a foolish man?
Diana, you cannot, me, I can tell you a foolish woman. But I can't tell you.
Also know, by the time you know that you're wise, you also know the opposite of wise.
No,
I want to read you some extras from the story.
Please, you read.
It is in 1 Samuel chapter 25. 1 Samuel chapter 25.
Yes, go on.
There was a man in Moab whose business was in camel, and the man was very rich. He had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was sharing his sheep in camel. The name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife, Abigail, and she was a woman of good understanding and beautiful appearance. But the man was harsh and evil in his doings. He was of the house of Caleb. Evil. Yes. When David had in the wilderness that Nabal was shearing his sheep, David sent 10 young men, and David said to the young men, "Go up to Carmel, go to Nabal, and greet him in my name. And thus you shall say to him who lives in prosperity, peace be to you, peace to your house, and peace to all that you have. Now I have heard that you have shears. Your shepherds were with us, and we did not hurt them, nor was there anything missing from them all the while they were in Carmel. Ask your young men, and they'll tell you." Therefore, let my young men find favor in your eyes, for we come on a feast day. Please give whatever comes to your hand to your servant and to your son David. It's a very long story. You want me to go on? So when David's young men came, they spoke to Nabal according to all these words in the name of David and waited. Then Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David and who is the son of Jesse? There are many servants nowadays who break away each one from his master. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my meat that I have killed for my sharers and give it to men when I do not know where they are from? So David's young men turned on their heels and went back, and they came and told him all these words. Yes, I think that's enough.
Okay. So
omukulu yamma David ebintu Nabal.
You see, anyway,
let's just go back to the context of a foolish man or a foolish husband, because in this case we are given the lady and the man who had married a foolish man.
Yes.
But we've had in there being harsh, and what else have we had?
Evil.
Yes. I don't know. You guys have refused to describe in what you think.
Mwa batugamba tetutegeera ate obuuza gw'otategeera lwaki tategeera
kale ekyo katukirereke tujja kijjukira katukirinza omukugu katugende mu maaso. Katugende mu maaso ekyo katukirinza omukugu kubanga abali wano fenna tulemereddwa. Now you have a sister, and she tells you in her own words that I married a foolish man. What would you as a brother what advice would you have for her? That I have a foolish man, he does ABCD
This is what I picked from the story of Abigail, because I attended the press conference. That's
why you didn't complete the whole thing.
This is the right description of who Abigail is. Abigail is a 360 woman. Abigail is a kind of woman that represents women in this generation that are married to limiting husbands. The word foolish, we can put it in context that like a husband that probably does not support her wife, and probably a wife is far better positioned than the husband, and what role that this woman play in the life of that husband. Probably to be submissive and yet again be of value to society. So this is what Abigail is: a woman of value, a woman of stature, a woman that will save generation, a woman that will see her children grow up in the right values, a woman that will see her home being in check, a woman that will be a blessing to the nation, to the church, to the community where she is, even when her husband is not at that level she's enjoying. So we are in a generation where men are limiting women from achieving their potential. So how do women stand up and own their space and be of significance in this society is what this conference is all about. Empowering women.
You've given us good context.
Yes, empowering women and probably telling them that you can rise up and still be respectful to your husband that probably you assume is foolish. Yes, and be respectful to him and serve your family and serve your country and serve your community and serve your church and be of significant value to the nation.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So what do we do to the men, the foolish men then? How are you able to balance?
Men are wired because in a way.
When a man is foolish, remember the man is the head. Yeah? And he gives orders sometimes. Yeah? So how are you able to balance between you being that kind of woman and now being also a submissive woman to this foolish man?
Okay. Except if a man is totally foolish and beyond redemption.
Because there are men who are foolish and harsh at the same time.
Totally foolish and beyond redemption. But men, we are wired in a way that when you see a positive change in your family, when you see a positive change in your wife, our primary need is respect. So when you see a woman flourishing and she's respectful of you, you can let that go. In the press conference we attended, Kano Edith Nakalema, she's a Kano. The husband is a lieutenant Kano, but she made something very profound. She said,
Lieutenant Kano.
The husband is a lieutenant Kano. Then the wife is a Kano. So a Kano is a step higher than a lieutenant Kano. She made something that caught my attention. She said, when I'm home, I don't put on my combat. The reason I don't put on my combat is because when my husband comes back home, because he's a lieutenant Kano, my husband will be forced by protocol and law and principle to salute me, something that I do not want. You get? So we have women today that have money and have chosen by wisdom not to front their money before their husbands, not to probably paint it that they are well off than their husbands, and that has kept the house in check. Such marriages will flourish. But a woman that does not acknowledge that his husband is foolish will also stir up the foolishness in the husband and lose the home. Imagine if you are more richer than your husband and you front it before him that I'm richer than you. That home is not going to survive, because it's not in our DNA as men to submit to women. It's women to submit to us. So I think it's a very great conference that is going to awaken women, more so in the corporate circles, because it's going to be a corporate breakfast. We're expecting women in offices, we're expecting women in high-end places to come and learn from women that have walked the course.
Yeah.
Kano Edith Nakalema is a keynote speaker, which I love. Pastor Sarah Bunjo, a woman that has walked this as well. She has an amazing testimony about family. So this is something that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, I've also seen women that have evolved in wisdom and knowledge.
Yes.
Not only in money,
yes,
but in wisdom and in knowledge.
Yes.
And somehow their husbands have failed or completely refused, because we are talking about a foolish husband now.
Yes.
They have completely refused to evolve or to grow. You know, the same way you found him is the same way he is. He does not look forward to development, growth. He's comfortable where he is. And now comes a problem where the woman has already evolved and, you know, is trying to pull the husband, and the husband feels threatened, or the husband feels like kanukamanyiro, or the husband feels like they should also pull the woman back. In that instance, King, I don't know what you think about the men that, anyway, King is still into be husband and wife.
No, as in what I have in most of these things. I feel like we omanyolo kwanza nduddewo nnyo mu myaka nti mulimu ebintu byenkuze ndaba. I know of families where a husband has never worked. Ngaga yakera bukezi mwacha kusoma mawulire ate gataguze ne bamulete
nga mami amulabirira
ne bamuvuga ne bamutwala nagana akola
mami
nasanga daddy ne bakuza abaana ne basoma.
Omanyi oyo omwami aba akuze mugondi in knowledge and wisdom.
Asoma amawulire waka.
Ate ngamba osobola okuba nga toyina mulimu, osobola okuba nga obeere waka naye ng'otegeera gye bali abasajja nga wabeere waka se baba maleko emirembe olw'okuba yo talina.
Diana, I'll tell you this. I think one of the biggest issues is that the moment you tamper with man's peace, he will also show you his other side.
And ego.
So when a woman keeps fronting the fact that I'm the breadwinner here, I am the breadwinner here, I'm the breadwinner here, ojja kubwempi.
Kituufu.
Akugoma teeka azine standard ya bulamu okitegedde ojja muleetako akamanyiro akusabule. But my issue here is that this generation has a way of wanting things, people to match up, energies to match up, buli mwabere ku level yemu, buli mwa atambulire wamu. Ate the issue is era women baba bagala however much era basigale nga bebasinga era mucho obere nga supporting ye. I don't know what has befallen of us, that women are more empowered and constantly empowered and given too much space and room, which is not necessary. obuzibu bwange bwe ninabo buno wammanga nti kitufuukidde kya kizibu nnyo edda omusajja abeeranga nga talina mulimu nga tagulina omulimu gubuze
baganda baffe abengulu tusaba baganda baffe bengulu
ng'omukazi akola Masanyu ng'omukazi agenda n'akola ng'omusajja takirinaako buzibu naye the moment omukazi oba abeerako ki oba aba anoonya bunoonya ngeri gye mwawukanamu oba aba anoonya oba alaba batemukyama akinga naye nga waneno yo abadde stay home mother ng'abeera waka ng'era gwakola ng'oli fine era ng'omulabirira.
Why would a man be comfortable home?
Why
not working and entirely depending on a woman's income?
I have seen men who have been working in UN organizations or projects nga avuga emmotoka ze nga akola kinga obulamu butambula buli high buli okay. One day project neggwawo USAID eggaddewo. You have been there all your life. Then after that you don't have. Then what? But now you have mukazi akugame musa, you need to pull up your socks, you need to keep working, you need to, I think we need to get back to the foundation and understand why do two people come together to get married.
Then that's the essence of this corporate prayer breakfast. And they are trying they are trying to teach it to women, and that you can be a breadwinner, and you can be above in rank, higher than your husband. You can be more educated. You can be more exposed, but still maintain your position as a woman. And this is where the gist is. Yes.
Sikyalina omukazi yagizimba naye tukyapangisa emmere weeri wali mu lusuku kati kwaki mbonaabona n'okuzunga mu kibuga.
This is where the gist is. This is where the gist is, that you can be all that and still be one, submissive to your husband, and again be in an environment that is conducive and favorable for you as a woman to flourish and own your space. If it is accelerating ladders of career, you go a notch higher. If it is going into politics, you achieve greatness. If it is in business, you do it and still maintain your position as a woman, submissive to your husband, a mother, a wife.
I think that's a good one.
Yes,
but I think that's if the man lets you. There is a man, like King has said, there are men who are at home and they are peaceful, and they also let you go out there and look for bread and flourish and support you and also trust you. Now there are men also who are also foolish and down, but again they will want to pull you down. Shegera chifiriza tifenna bwemba ndi bwenti nawe tubere fenna bwetuki oshegera toyinza
yo WhatsApp aba kwagala wansi kwa kitokirira kwa waganyala kubate waganyala.
We are talking about
waganyalira
government waganyala
omusajja gambe wansi kwa tobera wansi
n'abasajja tugenda kubogerako.
We help jumpstart your day like this. Wake up call.